Hello YouTube and welcome to Just My Opinion UK. Today bringing you the Rolex GMT Master 2 reference 116710BLNR. That is the better known as the Batman or the Bruiser. That's the blue and black bezel. Now this particular watch is a 40mm Oyster Perpetual with the 904L stainless steel. It has the GMT function, the date with the Cyclops as typical Rolex. It is water resistant to 100 meters. It's the, as I say, it's the GMT, so it's got the 24-hour rotating bezel, keeping track of 3 different time zones at once. It operates with the 3186 movement, which, as many of you I'm sure will know, is an extremely nice movement, a very, very good, dependable movement. The watch is, like I said, water resistant to 100 meters, so it is ideal for the holiday folk. You know, anybody who's wanting to go on holiday and use this watch, keep track of your local time, your home time, and you can also keep track of a third time if you wish to. So it really is. It's got it's got a lot going for it, this watch. So like I said, water resistant to 100 meters, which is ample for most people. You know, most people who are on holiday are going to be in the swimming pool and so on, so it's ample for that type of thing. It's got a 48-hour power reserve, so it's a mechanical watch, a 48-hour power reserve, so very, very respectable. It's not the best for the power reserve, but it's, you know, it's up there with, you know, with the best. It's a respectable power reserve. It's not in comparison to the, I believe, the new Pepsi GMT that's come out from Rolex, that was released at 2018 Bezel World. I believe that actually has a 70-hour power reserve, so it does beat this particular model. I believe this model has the same movement as the all-black version, so you know it isn't just exclusive to this particular watch. It is on the GMT just the standard black and black, so it's not just for the BLNR, it is for the other. But the newest incarnation of the GMT, the Pepsi, or the revamp should I say, of the Pepsi, that has a new movement, which is, you know, 70 hours, so it is a different movement. Hopefully one day I might have that watch in my hands to review, but we'll see. So, moving into the watch itself. Now you'll have to excuse my hands. I don't use the white gloves like many watch reviewers do. I wear my watches for daily wear, so you will see it has daily wear and tear. So let me just move the camera. So you can see on the watch that it is, let's just give it a wipe. So it is the 904L stainless steel. You can see there, so it's got a nice polished surface. The case is a mixture of polished and brushed. The sapphire crystal, the rotating bezel, which has got the blue and black. Now this is a ceramic, and this is the first ever watch to actually have a ceramic colouring. So you can see here where the black and the blue, where they meet, is nearly invisible. In fact, if I get my knife, I can show maybe a bit better. So here you can see that line there between the blue and the black is nearly invisible. Like I said, this is a new it was a new technology when it came out from Rolex, of making it. Rolex originally said it was impossible to do this on a ceramic, but they found a way, and it took a long time for them to find how to do it, but they've managed it. So we've got the black, which is showing the night, and the blue, which is showing the day. Obviously there is the Coke version, the Pepsi version, which is it's the same thing, but I think the good thing with the blue and black is the fact that the black shows nighttime, the blue shows daytime. With the Pepsi, obviously you're seeing a black and a blue, and on the Coke you're seeing a red and a black. So it's not really depicting night and day, whereas the BLNR is. Now as I said, I've got this watch I've been using it as a daily wearer. I'm still in the honeymoon period with the watch. As many fans of the channel will know, I originally reviewed this watch before I actually owned it. I reviewed it for somebody. Sorry, I forget the name of the person. Upon doing the review and looking into the watch, I sort of fell in love with the watch and decided I wanted to buy one. So what I did is I put my name down with the local authorised dealer and waited 18 months. 18 months passed, the authorised dealers called me, told me that they had mine in stock, and I had 24 hours to go and get it. So I did. And here it is in all of its glory. So, like I said, this is an absolutely stunning watch. Still has a tool watch element to it. However, it does have the center links here, which are the the polished. So you can see we've got the brushed on the outer and the polished in the center. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of it. I would prefer to see it all brushed, much like the Submariner, which I'll just bring into shot here. So you can see there the Submariner. So on the Submariner, we've got all brushed, and on here we have got the polished and brushed. Now the Submariner has a much more tool watch appeal to it. The Submariner it does what it says on the tin. You know, it is a diver's watch. It is it's a proper piece of kit. The GMT, I feel, has just gone maybe a little bit fancier. It's maybe gone a bit more dressy. However, I have been wearing this with shorts and t-shirt in the recent nice weather, and I don't feel it's out of place with shorts and a t-shirt. I just feel that the center links are just that little bit of extra bling, which I feel that tool watches can live without. So, looking at the dial, we've got much like the Submariner, we've got the applied markers, we've got the white gold hands, and basically everything that you see there on the outer edge of the markers, the hands, that's white gold. I'm sure it'll be 18 karat, but I'm not sure. We've got the black backing to the face of the watch. We've got the extra GMT hand there, which is tracking Greenwich Mean Time. So it is currently just coming up to 2200 hours, coming up to 10 o'clock. So that's my local time, and it's so obviously I've got my local time set. So if I decide to travel to another time zone, all you do is you keep your blue hand, which is there on your home time, which is your Greenwich Mean Time. You then unscrew the crown, pull it out one click, and that will adjust the hour hand so you can set it to your local time. So you've got your normal watch settings keeping track of local time, while your blue hand is keeping track of your home time. And then the third time zone you would track by using the unidirectional bezel. So it moves as so. So if I wanted to track somewhere, for instance, if I wanted to track New York, I know that New York is 5 hours behind here, so I'd click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would know from that the time is coming up to 5 p.m. in New York City right now. And this is ideal for airline pilots, people who travel a lot, people who need to keep track of multiple time zones. So it is very, very clever. It's a simple mechanism, but very, very effective, very, very clever. The watch is water resistant to 100 meters, so perfect for anybody who is going on holiday, who just wants it to go in the swimming pool, maybe some light diving, snorkeling, that type of thing. It's certainly fine for showering and taking a bath, swimming in swimming pools and so on. But it will do some basic diving as well, but up to 100 meters. Now, I would add that Rolex have been making substantial diving watches for a lot of years. I would imagine this watch will go deeper than 100 meters, but 100 meters is what they have sold it as. So, I dare say Rolex will have taken it down to 150, maybe even 200. but they've sort of put the guarantee on 100. So on the back, you can see it's the usual Rolex sort of casing. Again, very, very same as the Submariner. It's got the normal GMT clasp, which is, you know, it's a nice simple clasp. You've got just in there, this here just moves ever so slightly to lift up. So it's a really nice satisfying clunk when it shuts. To adjust it, you just pull, and if I can do it, that's it. Yeah, so it's just a simple pull and it expands. So it's not like the glide lock system on the Submariner. It's a little bit simpler than that. In a way, I wish that this watch had the glide lock system. I think the glide lock system is a nice system to have. I don't feel that the system on this watch is as good. For those of you who don't know, the glide lock system on the Submariner is, if you can see in there, you simply pull out like that, and you pull, and it extends so you can just see in there the movement that you can have on the watch. I personally feel that Rolex should be fitting this clasp to all of their steel sports. It's a very, very clever mechanism. I don't know why they wouldn't use it on all the sports models, but there you go. So yeah, I think it's a very, very nice watch. I think it wears incredibly well. I think it's very comfortable on the wrist. Again, very, very much like the Submariner. It's the same dimension, near enough, within, you know, a fraction. It is near enough the same dimensions as the Submariner. Two different watches, two different jobs. One's a diver's watch, one's a GMT. But they are the perfect pair for anybody who maybe likes to travel. You could maybe wear your GMT if you're going to be travelling between areas. Keep your Submariner in your suitcase or whatever, and you can, you know, when you get to your destination, if you're going on holiday, you can pull the Submariner out and you can go diving up to 300 meters, whilst your GMT is still keeping track of local time and your home time. So it's a very, very clever watch. If you find that the Submariner is the perfect size for you, then the GMT will as well, because like I said, within a fraction they are the same, you know, very, very same dimensions. I just feel my only criticism of the GMT is it could have done with the brushed 904L bracelet instead of the polished. That is my one and only criticism. The bezel, the overall look of the watch is absolutely stunning. The bezel, I mean, at the moment this is artificial light. If you get this out in sunlight, it is absolutely stunning. It really is it's such a beautiful looking blue. It really is. So well done, Rolex. You know, you really have done a cracking job with making such another, you know, stunning watch. Obviously we've got the Cyclops as so well known on Rolex. The Submariner I've got here doesn't have that. It's just the 1140/60 Submariner. So it's got the clean dial. You can obviously get the date version, which is the 116610LN, or the LV if you go for the Hulk. So there you have it. So yeah, so this is the Rolex GMT Master 2, the Batman. And if I had to score it out of 10, I would give it a solid 9. It doesn't score a 10 for the simple fact, my personal opinion is, these centre links being all polished, I think it's unnecessary on a tool watch. At the end of the day, Rolex steel sports watches, they are tool watches. It's just a bit too much bling. However, that's just my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people will love the bling and love it for that reason. I'm sure they will. It's just, for me, it's just a bit too much. On the Submariner, they've got the balance perfect. They've got the brushed and they've got the polished on the end links there. and on the edge of the case, which to me is a perfect amount of, it's a mixture of bling but with an element of the tool watch as well. The GMT could have lived without it. So there you have it, the Rolex GMT Master 2, finally in my collection. So I'm so pleased that I've got one. Very lucky to get one with an AD at retail instead of paying the hyped second-hand market prices and the grey dealers. So there you have it, folks. Well, thank you for watching. This is Just My Opinion UK. I am back in business, so we'll be making further videos. So please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and if this is the first time you're watching it, don't forget, I will be bringing out more videos. So thank you for watching.